See, there will be certain gray areas where probably with a view to whatever maybe, we will not say that it is their compulsion, but they will not like to pressurize the banks to adopt certain things. They may not like to pressurize.
Well,
But that does not mean that we will also finally agree to that.
Mm.
We will see that what is to be left for to be done by us.
my earnest request.
If only RBI detects that there is a complete, yes.
If RBI does not take any stern policy decision even at this stage,
Yes,
when the public, the information in public domain, official or unofficial, suggests that definitely more than 25,000 crores rupees
Yes,
of
I
this
know.
country has been siphoned. So one of the figures sent to me, it talks of 54,000 crores plus, 54,000 plus crore of hard-earned money of these victims has been siphoned, taken away. That's why I was telling before lunch in some other matter that it is not extortion.
I heard that.
Appraisal rules.
I heard that, yes.
And this is absolutely robbery and dacoity. Now, if the banks, if it happens either because of the collusion of the bank officials or if it happens because of their negligence or their perceived action of not annoying the customer. So that means that a kind of a tacit appeasement of the customer. It is not. The banks also need to realize that a customer, if suppose there is an account of a corporate entity, every day the transaction of lakhs of crores is taking place. There is nothing like doubtful in that transaction. But a retiree who is only withdrawing rupees 10,000, 15,000 per month, and suddenly from his account 50 lakh, 70 lakh, 1 crore is being released. Why your AI operated, there's some app in the bank will not peep alarmingly that this
That's why
transaction need
this
to be
note says-
rechecked.
I understand that. That's why this note says on average, but about 75% is successful. So where it has not been able to work for a variety of these reasons, I think RBI will address that question.
Because we hope that they don't invite a direction, and if the RBI can introduce some.
No, morning. I had
It
discussions
has to
with
be a very
IPOs.
robust mechanism. This definition of suspicious transaction is the central point for consideration by the banks. Whether they are private financial institutions or public sector.
Have the circulars as to what is the suspicion.
Yes.
It's a huge network that has developed over a period of time.
Mr. Attorney,
So on the
this
mule account that
this-
are,
problem is the banks are more into a business mode, and naturally so, with ideas of profit earned. And in doing that, what they are becoming, either innocently or maybe connivingly, the platforms through which there is a very swift and seamless transmission of the stolen proceeds of crime. You see, your report says 52,969 crore to be misappropriated from April 2021 to November 25.
but if you not see the drop in now after
So more
the
than-
past 6 months,
This is more than the budget of several.
I'm
several
talking
states.
in terms of the ability of the various banks. I've seen the curves. So it varies from bank to bank. In some banks, it is
No,
completely,
see-
it has dropped down considerably.
But
Yes.
Mr. Attorney, that is where the central
Exactly,
bank is the
exactly.
nerve center. It needs to give points to the banks which have better reporting compliance. We cannot predict policy, but it's
Certainly.
for them to formulate
Certainly not.
safe policies.
In their over anxiety of making business, they must understand they are trustee of this money. The people have deposited it only because they have trust in them. And if that trust is defied or.
I saw some information in the morning between private banks and PSU banks. Some private banks also have been failing regarding their commercial, concern. So
Sir,
it all depends on what instrument, probably universal.
their annual reports show only profit leverage. They do not show compliance leverage.
Some PSU banks score a high
Only
on,
compliant is not shown.
What is happening is that these banks are, in due course of time, they are becoming a huge liability on the public at large. The courts have become their recovery agents. They lead into granting recklessly loan amount to these fraudulent,
that's a story.
all these so-called.
That's a different story.
And then you have NCLT and a
Right.
battery of quasi judicial system only to recover money for them. Why?
Yeah.
They should be punished. They should be in
That's,
fact put behind the bar if they are indulging in this kind of thing,
that's
their
not-
managements.
That story will certainly take into account.
Now they don't care to even check these transactions. People are high and
No,
dry.
I'm sure with the RBI getting into the matter and then developing.
See the professionalism or quality of banking which they are showing, then there is something inherently wrong with their way of functioning.
Look, and where the RBI itself has shown some of the banks to be negligent. The RBI ombudsman should necessarily then consider a victim's petition in light of that negligence on where should the liability lie. But that is not being done, my lords. Today, the victims are not too clear about where their remedies lie. Therefore, if there is a direction to the RBI ombudsman to entertain.
Kindly turn-
Why, Madam RBI Ombudsman, whenever this suspicious transaction take place, see, our is a country, we are so advanced in technology.
Yes.
First of all, you have to have only AI based. They don't require extra staff for it. What they require is only an app,
That's
which
right.
will detect that this is the trend of the transactions in a particular account. You are not
Kindly-
closing that account. You are only stopping it, only for re-verification.
That's right. Kindly-
Immediately from the bank, a message should go to that here is alarming message. And simultaneously, most important thing is that message must go to the nearest cybercrime police station.
That's happening. All that SOP takes care of all of that. SOP takes care of each one of these minor details. Kindly turn to page 52 of the report.
Every suspicious transaction
Yes.
must be reported to the cybercrime police station.
This SOP will address all of them. That's why I said once the SOP is put in position, you'll see
Well, it
the,
will take up after 4 weeks.
I have
Meanwhile, you study all those
I'll
assessments.
also have a review. Look, there are two corrections. At H, 1H, the Ministry of Electronics, MeitY, has said that they are developing a portal for reporting complaints under 43. It's not clear why they want to invoke 43. Firstly, 43 is civil penalties. It will have to be 43 read with 66 IT Act. But that goes into hacking, virus attacks. It would just create confusion in the minds of victims. The request or the suggestion was for either a separate portal for digital arrest victims or for financial frauds with clear headings for digital arrest and various other forms of financial frauds, or in the main NCRP portal itself to have a separate vertical for financial frauds and for digital arrest. 43 seems a little bit of a miscalculation there or misapplication.
this work is in progress.
That
and then-
goes into issues of hacking,
No,
virus attacks, distribution, denial of service attacks.
You see, that portal also, to my mind, once you create a portal, then they will shift onus to all the victims.
That's
That
right.
you have
But
not reported them.
NCRP is already there in that sense then. So why another portal which goes into all the other kinds of cyber crimes?
No,
What will be read with
let's
lead to others?
make some progress and find out where it doesn't work.
All I'm saying is this may be modified to say, let there be a separate.
Let us not do it today.
Either financial frauds or digital.
Give a set of suggestions to him.
My lords. And one final correction, my lords, at 2E, my lords had noted about the examination possibility of suspension under 12 AA PMLA. It may also add 106 BNSS, my lords, equivalent of 102, because PMLA may not be
It's
applicable
covered in the
in
SOP.
cases.
Covered in
They
the,
have in the SOP.
My lords,
it's there.
Check.
since there is a direction from my lords on PMLA, that's
They
why
have directed
The other
the
side
SOP
has
to be
also
adopted.
started coming before us. We are
have-
afraid of that.
that balance is what we are trying to.
We are in Article 32 saying that this.
My lords, that balance is what we are hoping the SOP will bring in.
We have
Since
consciously
BNSS is
mentioned.
being applied indiscriminately and freezing of accounts taking place throughout the country.
My lords. But in a way, 106 BNSS and 12 AA PMLA capture what the Scams Act of Singapore effectively provides for, my lords. So one issue that arose was, do we need an equivalent law of Scams Act? We don't need that. Existing provisions can be applied in similar vein.
That can be crossed later on, but
Yes.
the existing provisions be really given effect.
So let us see that what comes out and then what is left out, then we'll see. Examine that part also. We post this matter of give a date on.
Yeah.
Fix it on
And
Monday.
may I request for an NMD date, my lord, since the matter will be heard at
Maybe
length.
the turn may or may not come, that's why we are
No.
purposely keeping on Monday.
My
We
lord,
cannot on Friday also,
my lords.
we fix on Monday. Huh? On a Monday after 4 weeks, immediately after 4 weeks, whichever the earliest Monday, fix it on that.
May I have your lordship please?
Don't file individual matters, you tell the learned Micahs or to the learned attorney general, we'll see what is to be done.
May your lordship leave also to make a request. Item 36, there's an IA regarding the CAT Bar Association. The Calcutta High Court has virtually said the functioning of the tribunal. Item 36.
Items?
And one's case.
Huh.
There are two interlocutory applications there. One is IA number 42091. That is for implement in the main CAT Bar Association. Then IA number 42093, where we seek a stay of the High Court's direction. The High Court says the tribunal will not function. And then, in fact, in another matter from Kerala High Court, somebody files a co-warrantor petition saying members are appointed in terms of the Tribunal Reforms Act will not continue to function. So I probably give a lordship that writ petition number also. I think both these matters should be transferred here. The lordship should hear these matters.
No, we will hear that, but why benches are not constituted on it on the.
Today was the day the tribunals are not functioning.
Yes.
Both said you will not function. Kindly see the interim order passed by the High Court. 4th of 29, they issued notice, and 4th,
So what is the order passed?
there's an order dated 4th of January, 4th of February.
Where is that order?
Can I hand over a copy of this?
Lord, kindly come to page number 163 of my IA application. IA number 42095 of 2026. High Court directed tribunal should not be functioning more.
36.
At page 2 of this order,
Just a minute.
paragraph
Why-
number 2.
Why the CAT bench is not holding
Page-
court in Port Blair?
Kindly turn to page 2 of this order.
The imprint order is page 160.
Paragraph 2 at page 2, therefore pending disposal, we direct circuit bench will not function.
Wait, the order, क्यों कहाँ तक clear the files?
We handed over a copy of the 4th
Lord,
of February.
IA number 42095.
Kindly, 4th February order, page 2. Paragraph 2. The High Court proceeds on the footing merely because the tribal reforms had been struck down. Members appointed to various tribunals will also cease to hold office.
Which paragraph?
Paragraph 2 at page 2. Pending disposal, so and so will not function.
We direct the
On
That cannot follow.
on the top, it is decided that the circuit bench is known as in the eyes of law. since
The High Court-
provision in terms of which
The High Court proceeds on the premise
have been struck down by the Honorable Supreme Court, the time, energy and money spent in proceeding with the matter would stand wasted. Therefore, pending disposal of this issue in the present proceeding, we direct that the circuit bench of Central Magistrate Court Port Blair will not function. Why the High Court?
no, this is absolutely my lord, against
the High
the
Court may just explain.
Constitution Amendment of 323A and B of the Constitution of India. And our larger bench reason also there in terms of the El Chandra Kumar judgment reported in 1997. 2 SCC page 261. The L. Chandrakumar said all
So
the.
the effect of, if at all the effect of the judgment of this court is
Yes,
that instead of 4 years, their tenure will be 5 years.
that's right.
Yes.
Therefore, the question,
Assuming.
You're right.
So that means that they will rather continue.
Yes, can you clarify this in a stay of this order,
exactly,
madam?
that's the most pragmatic way of looking at it.
Say, having been brought to our notice,
Yes.
the matter by learned counsel for the petitioner, Bar Association, as well as by learned attorneys of India, we stay operation of the order dated February 4, 2026, passed by the Bench of the High Court at Calcutta, in bracket circuit bench at Port Blair, in MAT/5/2026, array number 7 serial in order set. Consequently, we direct the chairman of the Central Administrative Tribunal
Yes.
to depute the circuit bench
Yes, madam.
at Port Blair
We're supposed to commence today because of the stay order.
forthwith to enable that circuit bench to hear the matters
Yes.
on day-to-day basis.
Would it be in order if you should transfer these petitions here so that I find, as I said, Kerala High Court is entertaining
Yes.
this petition. Therefore, we're going to have problems all over.
Since the matters reforms of different tribunals is pending consideration before this court, we deem it appropriate to transfer MAT
255. The Madras Bar Association says the appointments prior to 2021 will continue. The appointments will not.
That is here.
but the rules of formal appointment.
Yes,
In this regard, we have produced para 155 of the
Madras Bar Association.
recent judgment of this court in so and so. So having regard thereto, we deem it appropriate to stay operation of the order dated 4th February 2026, passed by the so and so. वो जो पहले लिखा है. Next paragraph. We also deem it appropriate, since the matter of the reforms in tribunals is pending consideration before this court. MAT/5/2026 pending before the High Court at Calcutta.
Circuit bench at Port Blair,
This is before the circuit bench only,
which is pending before the circuit bench at Port Blair. Calcutta High Court, circuit bench at Port Blair.
before circuit bench at Port Blair. As also which is the matter in Kerala.
There's a writ petition number 46504 of 2025. I'll give the list.
Are ordered to be transferred to this court.
But till such time, I also pray before your lordships.
We request the other high courts, we request all the high courts, not to entertain, petitions with respect to the constitution, continuation or composition of the tribunals, of the national state tribunals, to the extent the issues are pending consideration before.
Really?
But I also pray one submission before your lordship, the High Court overlapping the jurisdiction of the tribunal entertaining.
Sir, we have stated the.
Grateful, madam.
Don't want to.
But both I application may be allowed, madam. Yes. I also find on.
Service matter that the High Court is justified in entertaining it. The only thing is that issues are pending before us. Therefore, we don't want any parallel.
Yes, yes, madam.
It is not that the High Court is without hearing.
Can you fix a specific date, madam? Any date lordship can be fixed, madam.
What is left, otherwise we have transferred the case matter and we set aside the order date. ये कर दो.
That's,
We
that's,
set aside the order
yeah,
date before.
that's right.
Matter, and
Yes, yes.
so then list one so and so date after transfer, after 8 weeks.
Grateful, mother.
All right, thank you. Now,
Grateful, mother.
yes, next item. Now, the pure matter, Mr. Diwan.
Yes, I'm grateful.
Person present before. So she's going to not make that submission back as up to your change.
You can't hear, sir, just a minute, wait for the turn, please. Which item are you referring to? Which item number are you?
I'm in 40 point, I was in 40.2 where I'd handed over.
My,
the note.
my friend is talking about 40, Mr. Diwan is 40.2. I'm 40.1. I think Mr. Diwan was on his legs last time. I thought Mr. Diwan could start.
Just a moment.
Before. This is the sufferings, harassment on the ground of non-citizen. How can the election commission accepting such objections?
Your assistant, Mr. Diwan? You're with him?
You complete that. Someone objecting that my.
We have already pointed out last time, even without arguments, we have told them to rectify it. Wait for a minute. So let us advert to the last order, what we passed, and let us see what is the compliance.
Because the last order is on 4th of February 26.
4th February, that's it.
Your Lordship was pleased to issue notice in certain writ petitions. And thereafter,
Para 5, I think, Mr. Diwan. Para 5,
yes, para 4 and 5. Yes,
oh, para 5 is only for listing the other matter, then where the main order.
No,
there's the 3 petitions which are captioned where Your Lordship was hearing us. Just above para 4. There were these directions, there were certain observations Your Lordships had also made. So if I may be permitted, just continue with that note. I'll bring Your Lordships up to date with the further developments that have occurred over the weekend. And we'll just make our short submissions.
That no application for judicial is being taken unless the applicant discloses own identity address. And the ground level consequence.
Sir, if all of you will start arguing together, then we'll not be able to hear. One by one, we will hear all the matters. Yes, Mr. Diwan.
Yes. Now, Manoj, may I just request the court to take up?
It just be consecutive. 40.6 is the repeat. Organization calls another something. Find an IAB, including certain, praying for certain beliefs, which I think respectfully deserves your option's attention.
My
Let
lords,
Mr. Diwan go on.
My lords, this petition, I appear for the state.
Yes.
This is supposed to be a public interest petition. This is an organization that takes care of temples. What interest they would have in overseeing an election is a moot point. But that's the first point. That's the first point. And this. and-
Persons who go to
and the second
temples also
point-
go to polling booths. to
Yes,
vote.
of course.
Yes.
Why
My lords, and the
aversion
second
for
point,
temple?
may I just say
Why
this?
this aversion for temple?
No, may I just also,
That's not the right way of.
may I also just say this, my lords? Your
But,
lordship,
sir, the-
your lordship's
Let-
last order.
Problem is that in none of the matters we are permitting petitioner side to argue. It is happening there with Mr. Diwan also, it's happening with Mr. Giri also. Let us hear one by one.
yes,
We are,
that's
One thing, my lord.
I'm grateful.
we are not shortage of time, we will hear. Mr. Giri, what is your matter?
Item number 40 was our matter, my lord. Well, item number 40. there are certain problems which are happening every day, my lord. We are trying to draw your lordship's attention.
If you people will not maintain discipline, then you must know the nature of your chief justice. I will throw out all the matters, will adjourn the cases and will stop the hearing. If this is the way of you people.
Where will you go, my lord?
Interrupting, we are hearing concept for the, we are starting the argument, somebody starting speaking like this. Is it the way to argue in court? Are you sitting in a grain market or you are in court number 1?
I just request the court master to hand over that note. We have given it last time as well. Justice Acharya, we have given extra copies also today.
Where is that note?
Yes, it was given last time, but we've given furnished an extra set as well. This was the note which was circulated on the 4th of February. I think I'll just mention 2-3 things and then rapidly try and just make my points. You may have a marked copy from the previous occasion. You may. But in any case, this one is a fresh. So, may I just, your lordship has that cover sheet? Correct. So this, I just want to apprise Justice Sanjaria on 2-3 points.
Yes.
We had, yes.
My brothers are not here.
Just very, very quickly, there's a, as your lordships know, there's a special intensive revision of the electoral rolls as far as West Bengal is concerned. This case essentially deals with that. There is a time that process will end on the 14th of February. So there is tremendous urgency, my lords, with respect to the specific directions which we see. There are 4 or 5 heads under which we will be making our submissions and suggestions. On the last occasion, on 4th of February, there were certain observations which were made by the bench, and we therefore, pursuant to that, have handed over. I'll bring your lordships up to date on that. That's the general conspectus. There's just 2-3 figures I want to give your lordship. The first is, sorry. Yes, the first figure, which is actually not in my note, and which you may just note, is that the draft list, the draft electoral roll, which was published, has approximately 7.08 crore electors on it, the draft list. Please note that figure. The second figure is that out of these 6.75 crore, I'm sorry,
Approximately 7.
approximately 7.08 is the draft list which was published around the 16th, I think, of December 2025. Out of these 6.75 crores, approximately 6.75 crores are mapped. By mapped, what it means is that each of these electors was mentioned in the 2002 list, so they are mapped, or they were identifiable through some family member, etc., some relation in the 2002 list. So 6.75 are mapped. Now, we are really focusing on this particular 6.75, sorry, and just to indicate, 32 lakhs were therefore unmapped. 32 lakhs were unmapped. I am primarily focusing on the mapped, and my first submission, which we had made last time, was that 1.36 crore of the West Bengal electors were found through a process which was known as logical discrepancy. Your lordship will recall that. So that was a computer program which they ran.
Where is that order where we dealt with briefly about this mapped, unmapped and logical discrepancy?
Yes, your lordships have dealt with it on the 19th January order.
19 January.
If your lordship has 26838 IA.
26838.
Which page was it?
IA 26838.
Which page was it?
Page 30. 40. Yes.
Your lordship has it, page 38.
19 January, para 2 of the order.
Yes, may I just place it? It appears that approximately 1.4 crore individuals have been issued notices for the purpose of document verification. These notices are broadly categorized into 3 parts, mapped. That is the category of voters who are linked with the 2002 SIR. 2, unmapped, the category of voters who are not linked with the 2002 SIR. And 3, the third category involves logical discrepancy accounting for approximately 1.36 crore voters. Now, just a pausing here. These are all mapped. 1.36 crores are all mapped. The documents brought on record by the parties indicate that within the category of logical discrepancies include, inter alia, a mismatch of the father's name, a mismatch of the parent's age, a difference in the parent's age of more than 50 years, a difference in the grandparent's age of less than 40 years, and those having more than 6 progeny. With a view to enabling the persons who are, as of now, included in the category of logical discrepancies, we deem it appropriate to issue the following directions. The names of the persons figuring in the logical discrepancies may be displayed in the Gram Panchayat Bhavans, public places in every taluk and block office in every taluk subdivision, as well as in the ward offices. 2 persons likely to be affected are permitted to submit their documents and objections through their authorized representative. Such an authorized representative can even be a booth level agent. There shall be an authority letter in favor of such representative, whether signed or thumb marked, and documents and objections may be permitted to be submitted by the Panchayat Bhavans or block offices. The Election Commission of India shall issue instructions for providing an additional 10 days time from the time of displaying the list in the Panchayat Bhavans and block offices to all persons who have not yet submitted their claims, documents or objections to do so within the extended period. The state government shall provide adequate manpower for Election Commission and the state elections for deployment of Panchayat Bhavans block offices to handle documents, objections and hear persons likely to be affected. In this regard, we direct the district collector to meticulously follow the instructions issued by the Election Commission of India or state government for deploying adequate staff and forces to ensure smooth functioning. The Director General of Police, West Bengal, Superintendent of Police, Collector are instructed to ensure that there are no law and order problems at the location and that the entire activity proceeds smoothly. All affected persons may, in addition to being given an opportunity to submit documents, materials or objections, also be heard at the time, either in person or through the authorized representative accompanying them for the purpose of making an appropriate decision, and the official will also receive the documents at the hearing, may also certify the receipt of the documents and the conduct of such a hearing. This para 10 is important. The Madhyamik class 10 admit card, which discloses date of birth of the candidate, may be submitted as part of the Madhyamik pass certificate during the hearing. Your Lordship.
Well, my brother will now.
Yes, now Your Lordship, I'm very obliged. Yes, absolutely right. So, my Lord, this was the background. Now, my Lord, I'll just go to my point by point. Now, if Your Lordship just takes up my note, please
Yes,
just go straight away,
Yes, no,
if Your Lordship would, to page 4 of the note.
page 4.
Yes, Your Lordship has, sorry.
Yes. Submission
Yes.
para 7.
Yes, paragraph 7, right? So now this was the first set of points. A majority of the logical discrepancies, more than 50% of 70 lakh, are cases of minor name mismatches or spelling variations. For example, Roy and Ray, Ganguly and Ganguly, Datta and Datta. A sample set of discrepancies is enclosed at page 8. Now this, my lords, we had projected on the last occasion. Your Lordship may just go to page 8 of the note. Yes, 50%, my lords.
So if you read your para 7A,
Yes, 7A.
conjunction with para 2 Roman 3,
Yes,
our order of 19 January,
yes,
that means out of approximate 1.36 crores,
yes.
70 lakh people are those where this mismatch or some.
On names.
typical.
And these are mapped individuals. My lords,
So
please.
last time, if
Yes.
you recollect, last
Yes.
time we said that because of the known availability of sufficient manpower,
Yes,
the election commission was compelled to take up persons from the outside the state.
yes, special
That
officers, yes,
micro
yes,
something,
yes.
observer,
Micro observers,
whatever
yes,
it is.
yes,
But during the course of hearing last time,
yes. We
verbally.
indicated that we would.
Yes.
We have given them the particulars of 8,505 officers. We've arranged it, and I'll just hand over, no, just give the note.
Because
Just
what
the
will
note.
happen is
Sorry.
that suppose a person from Delhi.
Yes.
Or Rajasthan or Punjab origin, suppose he goes there,
Yeah.
he will not be able to understand this mismatching.
Yes, so
issue.
that's one thing. And the second element is, of course, also, my lords, on respect of jurisdiction, which we'll come to. But if your lordship just takes up this supplementary note, which I've just handed, just to respond to the, yeah, just give this. This is exactly to answer your question. Give it to the other side. Give it to the other side. Page 6, my lords, page 6. Please go to, yeah, this is the email of 7th of February, which was on Saturday. In terms of the observations made by the Honorable Court during the hearing of the captioned matter on 4th of February 2026 and under instructions of the government of the state of West Bengal, please note that West Bengal is ready and willing to make available 8,505 number of Group B officers.
This mail is being sent on 7th February.
Yes, it was on the weekend, my lords. It was on the weekend, but we had to get the available officers. All the particulars are given. Because we have not burdened the record here with the individual names, but they have been supplied with the individual names.
Have you sent the list of these 8,000 something?
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you
Yes.
received this list?
Yes. No, my lord, your lordship will see the
Kindly see the next
district-wise.
page. In the same note, kindly see the next page.
Yes, the next page.
This is what they say the detail.
District-wise indicative list of number of Group B officers who can be made available, and we particularize the names. The names are given and were sent.
I'm afraid, my lords, no names were given. This is all that we have received at 12:30 in the afternoon on Saturday.
See, because how, that is the whole problem.
Yes.
The officers with their full nomenclature, designation and particulars,
Yes.
the names will have to be sent, then only they can take them temporarily on deputation, kind of.
Yes, yes,
That is
yes.
statutory deputation.
That will be furnished. We've given the particulars because we asked them kindly confirm the same at the earliest, whereupon the requisite particulars of these officers shall be shared.
Only number is given, not the names.
No, Minister, the names are they are fully compiled. If your lordship sees the email at page 6 of this note,
Of which
kindly confirm the same at the earliest. So we furnished the district-wise particulars and we said that you please just confirm whereupon the requisite particulars of these officers shall be shared. For further action, so they can be immediately deployed, my lords. These are all made available. Yeah, you give it to them.
Never made available, my lords, they want it.
Sorry.
See, we don't want any dispute on facts.
Yeah.
Because then we will have to ask the chief secretary to file an affidavit that has he sent the names to the, because commission says.
No, my lords, I am told that we were awaiting the confirmation. The names are compiled and they are ready, district-wise and designation-wise, as your lordship indicated.
Group B, all Group B.
They are all Group B.
Till 12.
Yeah.
The mail is being sent around 12 o'clock.
Yes.
The names are not.
The advocates to the advocates.
I for the government, the lordship wants the numbers which I can offer for this. Micro observers.
No, but
What the
Mr.
numbers?
Singhvi,
It's not micro observers. Dr. Singh, it's not micro observers.
you know,
No,
state government officers who are supposed to be sent.
Yes, so therefore, one is Group B officers.
And ideally, on 4th February, when a statement is made before us,
Yes.
on 4th itself or on 5th itself, they could be sent the names so that these are the officers.
There's some confusion.
Lords, we took a little time to compile the names. The state took a little time. By the time that then these advocates sent it across.
But even till today, the list has not been sent. Names
The
of.
list is available, my lord.
We send them from AR to AR to
It's available.
confirm. Just note two things, Balus.
Mr. Diwan, there is a
Yes.
difference. If you will see the scheme,
Yes.
not the names available. It's the question the officer will have to go and report to the district electoral officer of the state election commission.
Lords, the request was that the request was that you please confirm to us and we will immediately provide the particulars because the only.
We were not required their confirmation because this was the statement made before us during the course of hearing.
Yeah.
So you were only supposed to comply with what you said before us, sending the names of 8,000 plus whatever officers you want to send.
Yeah.
That here are the officers in terms of the observation.
All right, so we'll.
As
furnish that.
rightly mentioned in the
Yeah, they will immediately furnish the list. There's no problem.
2 minutes. Number one, this is the entire list. I don't want to load this here for the court. This is the list. But
But Singhi, the list were not supposed to be sent through the court. It
no,
was-
Malas, it's not. It was Malas, that explanation I'll give. But just see the note of 2 pages for a minute. Malas, they are saying that they didn't know about it. Just give that note. Please give it for madam. Please give this note first. Madam, this note. I'll just take 2 minutes for this. Because impression is given that we were not ready with the names. My lord wants Malas Gazette Class B because of the earlier
Has to
name.
be because unless you will give the details of the
Correct,
officer.
correct. Now just give me 2 minutes on this first. Just come to para 5 of this note. I'll just take a few minutes on this note and then I'll tell lordships.
Yes.
Till 4th of February, I have deployed rather, 80,681 BLO appointed by the ERs in terms of ECI notification, the rejoinder, etc. Forget it, I've given the actual pages, where BLOs would be appointed at the first instance among any Group C and above regular serving employees of the state government enrolled as an elector. 8,524 ARROs appointed by the ECI with a notification dated 29th, 26th, 18th, etc. dates are given. Being
That's
employees of
that
the
every
state government.
state does it.
These AREs are majority from Group B, rest are from A and C. They are typically, this is important because what lordship got earlier were craftsmen and teachers as well as painters. PDO, Deputy Secretary, BDMO, Inspector, ICS, Revenue Inspector, BLRO. 294 EROs appointed being Group A employees of the state government. They are officers holding respective offices in terms of ECI notification, being officers who have completed 9 years of continuous service, equivalent to SDM, SDO, etc., rank. ECI has wrongly contended because West Bengal did not provide SDA rank officers. It was compelled to appoint 8,000 micro observers. When these MOs, these officials are of much lower rank, including art and craft, teachers, master craftsmen, customer, no idea of local culture, no idea of local management. ECI has raised objection to appointment of non-SDO, SDM levels as ERs. They are the letters of ECI. By letter dated 17th of October, I clarified to the ECI that officers of only the ECI notified designations have been provided, which are approved designations by ECI in previous elections, and no new designations not used earlier was considered for appointment of EROs. 294 represent all the 294 assembly constituencies.
Yes.
Then Malas, just turn the page. Certainly Malas, para 6, your lordship will just note, all these offered as so-called micro employees or micro observers are Malas, of very remarkable categories and from PSUs and central government employees having no connection with the local culture of West Bengal. None. I have highlighted 3 quaint ones, Malas, master craftsman, art and teacher, customer assistant, but even the others are Malas of PSUs. They are not local, they are only central government PSUs and central government departments.
So what is wrong with that even if the central PSU? Question is very simple. Micro observers are from outside. So whether they are PSU or the
I'll tell
central
you,
government employees.
then let me answer that. My lord is right. They are, look at the level, Malas. They are clerks, they are customer assistant, they are master craftsmen. Malas, the person has to do the job of a BLO. My lord will see what the one size fit all will not work here, Malas. These are not people who are in any manner versed. Look at my categories, Malas. The people I am giving, BDO, Deputy Secretary, BDMO, Inspector, that is the point being made. A, rank-wise very low. B, Malas, training-wise inappropriate. And then, Malas, last 2 paras, 7 and 8, approximately 1 micro observer per arrow has been appointed. Such micro have been appointed from central PSUs and other organizations. They have no connect with Malas, West Bengal. They have not served there. They don't know how to handle it, Malas, straight away. If you put a clerk there, Malas, then in any event, the state, I was reading, then was para 8. In any event, I am now making, I am meaning the state government, Malas, available equivalent number of such further Group B officers across the state.
Yes.
Approximately, I am told it is 8,100, subject to correction. 8,500 or 500. Equivalent number. An indicative district-wise list, etc. Now, Malas, I understand that these were sent through advocates on record.
Your para 8, now in your today note prepared, you are saying that now you are making available them. So obviously, now this is being acknowledged also that nobody has forwarded this list of 8,500.
Apparently, it was forwarded.
By now, the
Yes, very well. So
Had it been, say, sent on 5th of February itself, on 4th when we had the matter, by now they would have taken a decision, we would have called upon them that you please tell us.
see para 9. Well, I can't, suddenly, Malas, my learned friends are also making arguments here in court only. The ECI never requested the state, never earlier, to make available further Group B officers. And the question of failure to do so cannot arise. Only the court, at the honorable court of the last hearing made a suggestion. That's how, Malas, it can only be between then and now.
Yes.
And Malas, they can perform the roles, Malas, the roles which are required, which I have itemized at page 4, etc. All I am saying is, Malas, this is a correct way of doing it. They have never involved us. They have never asked us. They have never, Malas, I mean, I suppose I could send it so moto, Malas, but that would hardly have any meaning. Your lordship did observe this orally last time, and we have promptly put it on record, Malas. That is as far as the numbers go. I have other things to say on other issue, but this is only on the micro observers point.
Well, so your lordships may take it that now that list of 8,500 has been now handed over of individual officers because.
No, it has not been sent. Now probably up till now it was a proposal to send it, but now in any case you can send it. We can ask, examine in particular.
We've handed it over just now because we were waiting for their response. But Malas, now.
nothing has been
Formulate this point.
I'm afraid nothing has been handed over to us when it comes to the names. When you're talking about 8,000 and odd names,
Taking time to reach you.
yes, I agree.
No, sorry.
They have just given it.
So ask one of your junior to see that whether the names, designation, place of posting, contact number, anything is given.
We will check them, Malas.
Because these were the basic thing required.
We've also given copies for the court.
Behind the computer.
On top. This one, yeah, this one.
No, it's kept behind.
Oh, I see. It's kept on the table behind the computer system. Correct.
Going to contact them, Mr. Diwan. And, or have they been instructed to report to the local district election officer?
As soon as they do it, we can immediately issue instructions. It has to be done because it can't be that people in this number are just excluded even though they are mapped because of some name discrepancy, because that's our essential point.
How many of them?
Certainly it'll be expedient. And that discussion.
He gave 8,000.
This one.
8,500. This is 8,500. 8,500.
This issue was never raised before the last time.
We'll think that one. Now I'm talking about the note.
So can these persons report to the concerned EROs by tomorrow?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
No, Mr.
If
Ivan,
required.
Minutes.
first of all, because of this, unfortunately, these are again incomplete kind of particulars. We do not know what does mean this SAG two, ACS, head clerk in which office?
This is competition, right? Assistant cooperative society.
Department is mentioned.
This is road division clerk.
All right, all right.
This is SAG's.
So the department is also mentioned.
Yes, sir. DPO is drawing and dispersing office. That is,
So first of all, your EROs, the designation is ERO, no AERO.
No,
This will be.
they are
assistant.
micro observers.
They are
They will
micro.
report to whom? They
The
will report to the
authority.
They have to report to
ERO
EROs and AEROs.
AERO, come
AERO.
AERO.
The irony here is that, Millers, before I could get into any other detail, EROs and AEROs are, as they have supplied Group C officers, etc., they are subordinate to these Group B officers who are supposed to be advisors. They can only micro observers. They have an advisory role, nothing else.
These AEROs
Yes,
are all state government officials.
yes, Millers.
They are state government officials.
Yes.
And their designation is
Lower than, most of them, lower than these micro observers. I'll explain this, Millers.
some of
Millers,
them
we wanted,
lower than micro observer, lower than the officials list now being given.
yes. They're all Group B officers. May I just explain this to me, Millers? To your lordships.
AEROs are either group A or group C officers.
We wanted all Group B officers, 300 of them.
Yes, sir.
They have given us only 80 of them.
Yes,
The remaining, they have given Group C an assortment.
how many 80 are group A officers?
Group B minutes. Group B officers, 80, not the remaining.
800,
No, they are about 300.
8,000 group B officers.
Yes.
AERO are already appointed.
Millets, when we wanted,
AERO,
yes.
Because they are only going to assist.
I'll answer. Just Millets, if they are quiet, I'll answer everything so that they could answer me, rather, whatever the issue that I've raised.
you have one AERO, you have
Yes.
one AERO in every constituency.
Yes, Millets?
No, can I just solve this, fellas? These are all BRO, these are all Group B officers, this list, this big list. They will all report to EROs, all of whom are Group A.
No,
294 constituencies, 294 EROs, all are A. All of these are B.
The very unfortunate thing, Dr. Singh, they are refuting in your presence only that they are not Group A officers.
No.
Millets, out of 300, out
They are
of
B, they will
300,
report to A.
out of
They are-
300,
No, no.
let me complete, Millets.
Is there any officer of the state of West Bengal to whom we can catch hold? The problem is that this what, somebody is irresponsible.
No, no, of course, Maharaj, he has to be here.
What is his designation? Please come bring him in front.
Of course he is.
Chief Secretary. So, Mr. Chief Secretary, you are here.
Former chief secretary. This is now the principal secretary to the chief minister. He was the former chief secretary.
Huh?
So he is.
All these 294 are Group A only.
I am afraid
Group A.
is
All the
completely
294 are
incorrect.
Group A only. And all the 294 constituencies are Group A only at the ERO level.
The problem is that we are basically, when we are stuck, we are stuck. We will not proceed further. Now, the gentleman has been chief secretary, now he's advisor to the chief minister. So who knows better than him after all holding the executive head of this, the state civil services. Now, can you, what's your good name, please?
Manoj Pant.
Mr. Pant,
Yes.
can you please tell us that 300 names which were required to be sent for the purpose of AERO? AERO.
ERO minutes.
AERO. How many of them are Group B? How many of them are Group A? Or how many of them are Group C employees?
Sir, all EROs, 294, they are all Group A officers, either of the rank, all are of the rank of SDO or SDM. They have completed 9 years or more service in the West Bengal civil services. And some of them are IAS officers as well.
EROs, huh?
EROs.
or AERO?
EROs, electoral registration officers.
Now,
294.
in every constituency, there is one ERO,
Yes, every
right?
constituency.
And how many AEROs?
8,524 AEROs are there.
Approximately in one constituency of assembly constituency, how many AEROs are required or normally deployed?
3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Sir.
So say approximately in your state, you require how many assembly seats are there?
294.
290. So let us take it 300.
Sir.
300 multiplied by 4.
300 multiplied by sir, 3, around 3, sir. 900.
All at 3. Then you require 900 percent. 900 AEROs. How many names you have given in the AEROs?
8,524, sir.
Now you are giving.
No, this is previous. These are AEROs, sir, who are already appointed, who are working under EROs.
What is their rank and designation approximately?
Of the ranks of Group B officers, 65%, and yes, sir, and Group, otherwise all are Group A and Group C officers.
All are group?
Group A and Group C.
No, 65% is.
65% are Group B.
How many are Group C out of them?
Only 10 to 12% would be, sir, right?
Only 10%.
Actually, sir, AEROs are there to assist the EROs. And the,
So ECR has notified the AERs.
and these AEROs are notified by Election Commission of India, sir. After notification only, they are appointed as AEROs.
Now, is it likely to be an anomalous situation in case out of these officers, those who are now sent to assist or advise,
Assist, madam.
assist, that some of them will be senior to than AEROs?
Not the EROs, sir. EROs are all Group A officers of West Bengal Civil Services Executive or IAS officers.
They can report to the EROs.
They will report to the EROs
And they are only assisting, my lord, to
Come,
in the process.
ensure that no names.
In any case,
may I answer that, Millets? What they're telling is that, Millets, they're all Group A officers, etc. We have written 5 letters to them saying EROs are quasi-judicial authorities. Please provide us either SDMs or SDOs who are revenue officials who have been experienced in passing orders after adjudication, etc. This is what we wanted. What they have done, Millets, they have given us 64 of them. The rest, they have only seen the pay parity. For example, engineers from all walks of service. They have given us saying these are Group 1 officers.
No, they are
But
not-
we wanted.
they are not servants or the revenue officers.
They have nothing to do with the whole thing. They don't have any process at all. Miller's objections raised and they have to pass a speaking order. That has to be challenged in an appellate forum. For that purpose, 5 letters were written. Please, these are the officers we wanted so that they could adjudicate and then the rest of the process could take place. They have said during elections, these people were deputed. During elections, they don't pass orders. In SIR, they need to pass orders.
Election duties are something different.
Entirely different. Now they say these are all approved categories in the context of elections, not SIR. We are specifically asked 5 times. This is the role they have to play. And they have not given. Now, Millets,
And
yes.
let us now try to solve this where the
Yes.
stalemate must go.
Yes.
One thing we would like to very clearly that whatever orders, clarifications, interim direction may require, we'll have to issue. But we will not allow to create any impediment in completion of SIR. It must be very clearly understood by all the states
That's
and the
correct.
state authority. Now, just to remove the stalemate, now that you have got another bumper draw of this 8,000 something officers, whom might be some of the officers are those who have dealt with in their services. Either they are, say, like sub-divisional officers, civil SDM as they call, or they might have held the position as BRO, revenue officers, or whatever designation nomenclature they have.
may I just add only one thing here, Millets? Let them provide the nature of work they have been discharging. In the list, a revised list they could give by evening, vis-a-vis all these 8,300 people, what is the functions they have been discharging? If they draw from various walks of life, we need to know what they are, because my lords may can appreciate.
If you like head clerk, upper division clerk, inspector.
Department, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Land Reforms Department. Mr.
Yes, Millets.
Naidu, please
Yes.
go to the second last column.
Yes.
The department is specified.
Yes,
You see L and LR. that
Yes.
is Land and Land Reforms Department.
this is the department, but the
Correct.
role that have been playing there, we don't know.
So you see the designation, law, LDC.
Yes,
That's the lower division clerk.
low division clerk.
Lower- So they do office work.
My lord may kindly appreciate. Now we are coming to first Millets.
In any case, ERO and AERO, you have already notified.
Yes, yes.
Unless you find them, some of them not really up to the mark in the sense that they do not have the quasi judicial experience and they need to be replaced. And suppose you have some officers available here in this list,
Yes.
with whom you can replace, you can do that exercise. Number one. Number two,
May I just interject?
That's very appropriate,
with your
Millets. That's what
permission-
our intention is.
Millets,
Now
with
they
your
have
permission,
provided
may I just
8,000 Group
interject
B
here?
officers.
May I just interject?
EROs and
We
AEROs
are
we
not
can have
seeking
from that pool.
replacement of EROs and AEROs, Manoj, that's been notified. We are only concerned with the micro observers
No.
who are being
Right, that's
substituted.
not correct.
So that's all this is.
I'll
answer.
for them.
we are coming to that point.
Yes.
The second point will be that because this anomalous situation of senior or junior might
Yes.
arise.
Look, these will be only assisting or replacing the micro observers. Now look at what the micro observers there.
May I answer that, Millets? My lords have very felicitously observed that from this pool, I can as well replace EROs and AEROs because I want SDMs and SDOs. They cannot have any objection. Once they provided a pool, Millets, I wanted competent officers. I can give one illustration. When somebody defies my order,
Manoj,
when, yes, please, let me complete. I can answer.
That is nothing unfair in it.
Yes,
Mr. Diwan.
Yes.
Because once the officers will go, they are all on deputation with ECI.
Yes, yes.
Election Commission can decide that.
Look, Manoj, if they want to draw on this pool for replacing an AERO, I am not going to stand in the way. My respectful submission is that these micro observers, because the whole, what's our apprehension? I'm going to come to that. What is the purpose of this name mismatch? It's just to purge the
We'll come to
entire
that.
voters,
We'll come to that.
electors. That ought not to be allowed on a mass scale. That's our anxiety.
we'll come to that, Millets, when we cross the bridge.
Yes.
We are coming to that part also.
Yes, Millets.
So first you can do that. There
Yes.
is no difficulty. You can replace your AEROs whom you find that they do not.
And
have-
EROs also, who are not SDMs or SDOs.
Whom you find that they do not have enough experience of performing this kind of quasi judicial.
Precisely.
I'm not saying it's a quasi judicial, but kind of quasi judicial duty.
Exactly.
They have to apply their mind to the objections, pass a reasoned order.
Yes.
Right? That
Yes.
is one done.
That's one thing.
Now, second thing comes to this micro observer.
Yes.
Yes.
Micro observer is basically a team created by you for the purpose of assisting the ERO and AERO, right?
Yes.
Assistance for what kind of, what is the nature of that?
I'll
assistance?
explain, Millets.
Yeah.
Millets, these micro observers, they sit during the process of hearing and they notice all the objections given or documents given, everything, etc. Then from the ERO or AERO, whoever conducts the inquiry, they collect them, they scrutinize, and on the website, they say they are perfect, you may consider. If they are not perfect, please relook into that. This is the advisory role they play.
To take this final decision that these objections are say perfect, that the name, there is no mismatch, actually it is a correct name. This decision will have to be taken by the ERO or.
EROs,
ERO.
he has no role to play.
So they are only assisting them.
Exactly.
It is something that order we will have to pass them, but both
Now,
sides we are here.
Let me submit minutes.
Right.
Now let me submit.
So,
Now I'll submit minutes. So once they all come to me, they needed, as we did with the earlier batch that's presently there, that's micro observers, they need at least 10 days training to be given. That's what we have done. They needed to be trained with regard to document perusal, the scrutiny and all these things. They have to do that one. Now, Millets, the hearing was over. Out of 1.51 crores, barring 14 lakhs, the rest hearing has been completed. The present batch, they were present during the process and they are scrutinizing that one. Now, Millets, if somebody has to be there, they can only supplement because they were the people who were present during the course of hearing. Now they are scrutinizing the documents. If I have.
even in those cases where the process of filing documents is complete, say 1 point something crore you are saying, the documents are yet to be scrutinized in those cases also.
But hearing, they had the advantage of being present and collecting them.
Fine. Okay,
Yes.
Fine, understandable. But the documents, final yes or no, with respect to acceptance or rejection of those documents is yet to be taken.
Yes, Minister. In the process. May I submit in the process?
In the process.
It may be done in a day or two.
Obviously, in the process. So if these officials, they, which are being now sent, if they join tomorrow morning to your
Yes.
official, let them also go through those documents and give their assistance to you.
May I submit, Minister? Yes, I'm coming.
enhance
It's not
the
just
quality
that
of-
one. I'm just coming. Yes, Minister.
It will enhance the quality quality of the decision-making process.
Yes, Minister.
Because somebody,
Precisely.
decision is to be taken by the ERO and AERO.
Yes, Minister.
By taken by me and my brother.
Yes, Minister.
Arguments is your side.
Yes.
So instead of argument, it will not be an adversarial kind of adversary. Here somebody will say, I know Bengali, I know this reason, I know a little bit knowledge about this area. Here somebody, instead of DUTTA,
Yes.
somebody writes
Yes.
ATTO. Right? This is only something. Somebody may assist you and it might be a very convincing argument for you. You may accept.
Actually, Millets, for my lord's kind consideration, will give illustrative cases where we have flagged it saying that one, there is logical discrepancy. It's not been divorced from any common sense. We have found that where it is irreconcilable, we have employed a software which can as well identify the spelling mistake and it has ignored it. It has ignored it. Only when it comes, please. Yes, let me complete. Yes, Millets.
Ground reality.
Yes, Millets.
What is happening is there definitely may be logical discrepancy, but also with the application of the software, there may be a much wider net to which notices are going.
Yes, Millets.
It's creating a bit of a.
Could I send Millets a list?
That-
Two lists we have prepared.
Yes.
As an example, we have prepared two lists. My lords could see where it's been flagged as to the discrepancy, where it has accepted, notwithstanding the minor variation.
Saying a difference of 50 years for grandparents
Yes, Millets.
would be a logical discrepancy.
Millets,
2020
yes,
being a reproductive age,
yes.
will 50 be a good window?
My lords, we kindly appreciate. All that we wanted is when it comes to mapping, whatever the details available in 2002, if you replicate them here, no questions asked.
We cannot restructure it. But
No.
program that you have put for the your software to work,
Yes,
in
Millets.
certain cases may have a policy challenge.
Yes, Millets.
You're saying that the
That's why,
difference
Millets.
of 20 years between parents and a child is a question because in India it's all
I think with
cannot be an underage marriage. But these are not real ground realities.
Millets, actually, what we have done is that, Millets, each
Probably
electorate was
idea
required.
happens to be in this, the referring to this age or gap in age is maybe that you are trying to identify that actually, if they are actually found to be really grandson and grandfather, then you can't have any objection. The only thing that this is only one of the tool to identify whether actually they are grandfather and grandfather.
Actually, millets,
Or
actually,
Using this screen.
millets, actually, it's only tip of the iceberg. I'll give an illustration. About 200, in two instances,
Why don't-
200 voters have traced their mapping to single parent.
Grandfather
Is it possible?
We have gone
Yes, we have given the statistics.
the ECI after.
Yes, millets.
We have seen that there are persons with 50 grandchildren. Definitely you have a right to issue a notice.
We have, that's what we have done.
Person having 5 children, 6 children, you are issuing notice.
Millets, what has happened, millets? My lords, may I appreciate one thing. If 2002 mapping corresponds with this one, no questions asked.
Yes,
About
questions-
5.6.
Questions asked.
Millets,
Sir, questions asked, sir.
when 5.6 crores has passed the muster, we have got
Notices are for mapped people. 32
mapped
are
incorrectly, may I submit, millets, with great respect, mapped incorrectly.
traceable to
Had there
mapped
been,
people.
had there
And
been,
traceable to mapped people.
had there been syncing perfectly, no questions asked. Once it's been
That's
incongruous,
perfectly, there the tools that you have applied to the software appears to be very restrictive tools. They are eliminating natural differences.
yes, millets, could my lords have a look at the papers we have given as the examples of where it's not been
As-
flagged,
as
where it's
Lord
been
Chief
flagged.
Justice is indicated, surnames are of various forms, Roy, Ray.
Millets,
These are
Let me put it
getting-
th- let me
there
put
are-
it this
There
way.
is a common practice of Kumar being a middle name in Bengali households.
yes, millets,
So you have a Topon Kumar Rai,
yes, millets,
Topon Rai. Now the omission of Kumar in notice is being given.
yes, millets, may I submit, millets? The whole thing has arisen on one concept.
जजिस खान को नोटिस कर दिया जथा का नाम है शुभेंदु नारायण सिन्हा.
Yes. Notice.
Because they translated it and they did a CSV.
So you're telling me the
translation.
actual Bengali is very something else?
Yeah.
So check and say, give examples, right, sir? Check these names. And
This cable Krishna, Bala Krishna, it's bad translation. And notice, it has to be that. Baki must be a duck name, pet name. Yeah, the reality is.
we have to give against his explanations for passing.
I just submit, millets. Kindly have a look at my notes. Since an issue has been raised, millets, kindly have a look at my notes. Page 39 of my notes.
May I just complete my brief submission?
Yes, yes, well, surely, we are only trying to find out that if we can,
Please note this also.
no, if you want to make submission based on that.
Millets, since they have said, making a mountain out of this molehill, millets.
Well, so I think we
have
should be
been-
heard first
Yes,
on this.
Please, let me
because-
complete, then you can have your say.
Right now, on the continuity of what was argued on the previous date of hearing and what has emerged today.
Yes, millets.
The last date of hearing was, they were since objecting to the micro observers brought from different.
Let them complete, millets, I'll answer.
Yes.
No, we are not on that point. We are simply on the point which you are right now saying, that now these 8,500 something people are there sending. Let them report tomorrow. Let them also join the team of that assisting.
They need to be trained, millets. Before that, the precondition is they need to be trained. Without training, they can't make head and tail of it because they are not experienced in that field. They have to be trained, millets. By the time, the whole, my lords may appreciate, it's a time bound one. I need to just finish by the deadline. And then, millets, if they have to be trained in the next 10 days, it's not that we're doing it for the first time for them. The previous batch too had 10 days.
Mr. Naidu,
Yes.
outsiders, officers who are not aware about the local conditions, you might require to train them, that they have to understand. Here it's not the question, you are not depending on them in the sense that you have to take a decision as per their advice. Decision your officers will take. You will simply say that this is the matriculation support certificate. Here it is saying that some, say, let us say P. Narayan Sinha, and the son is written only Prashant Sinha. Father is Pratyaksh, suppose Narayan Sinha, the son is only Prashant Sinha. So somebody can point out that yes, in the, as per the certificate, he happens to be the son of so-and-so. Maybe that the son does not write Narayan. That's all. Then you can think that whether, what is the decision to be taken.
Well, if I'm not contradicting, let me submit humbly, that an untrained professor is less skilled than a trained clerk. Sometimes they have more knowledge because they're practically hands-on experience. Here, we'll take them, we'll see their profile, we'll see their suitability. We have this migration as my lordships have permitted when it comes to EROs and AEROs.
So-
Remaining, if they are good enough, they can be trained within short time, and then we can employ to assist in the process. We're not excluding them, but we need to have the list. We'll scrutinize them, find the suitability, then we'll earmark which people we need to
Understand,
have.
but that
Because we have already had about 6,500 people. If they wanted to supplement, that I need to have. So that, let's let them provide the details. Now they have done that one.
List is coming to you today itself.
Yes, minutes.
Let them report tomorrow morning.
Yes, minutes.
And you can have some, whatever bare scrutiny about their profile.
I need 2
Then
minutes.
you can immediately associate them. You see how worthy they are.
May I submit minutes?
It is something, today we are
Yeah.
saying on judicial side that you require 3 years practice to become a judicial officer.
Yes, minutes.
There was a time when we said, no, you are not required. You come pass out law, you can. complete.
Experience proved otherwise. That's why my lords have reimposed that.
So these things will continue to vary. You see them for how, to what extent they are
Yes, ma'am.
useful to you. Simultaneously, you can start imparting training also. Training in the sense that you will sensitize them that this is how you have to scrutinize the document. That's what the training. You do that also.
Millets. Then next thing, we need to give them ID. We need to give them a portal access. All these logistics takes place, Millets. My submission is that, Millets, let them report tomorrow. We'll scrutinize. Kindly have it either day after tomorrow or the next day.
We can
We'll
have
come back and we'll report the position. If they are suitable, we are drafting in only to assist. Let it be, Millets.
May I just
They
complete?
can't
my-
just give it now and say that tomorrow they start functioning.
Okay,
So
Millets,
let it be. In 48 hours, we'll get back to your lordships, whatever feedback we could have about their suitability.
But I'll just state my points now because we are pressed for time. So I'll just state my points. My primary position is that as far as these so-called logical discrepancies insofar as name is concerned and name mismatch is concerned, the default position ought to be that these people cannot be excluded. There has to be, sorry,
Mr. Diwan, principally we are saying. that
Yes.
if somebody only because he spells the name with a different words.
please add, Manoj, please make a direction
No,
to that effect.
We cannot issue a direction because this will amount to preemptive direction to them to interfere in their functioning.
Manoj, but I want to show you what they have said. I'll just take your lordships on that. Because these are on the 2002 list. Yes.
Notice is something different.
Yes.
Taking a decision is altogether different.
Sorry?
Taking decision is altogether different.
No, I understand.
Notice
So,
has been issued based upon some AI app or
Absolutely.
whatever it is.
absolutely.
Now the person come, look here, how have you doubted my identity? I am same thing.
Yes.
How can you doubt my identity?
Yes,
Certainly
correct,
come.
correct. That,
So let us see after these verification of these documents,
yes,
how many these notices are dropped.
yes.
Suppose
Okay.
only 5%, 2%, 1% are left as doubtful cases.
Well-
Your argument will also be in a different.
Yes, you're right.
But if suppose in 80% cases, these
Yes.
rejections are turned down.
Yes.
The argument will be the same as you
All
are
right.
arguing today.
All right. So fair enough. So Manoj, then in which case, Manoj, first of all, I agree with the observation made. That's a sort of a logical manner forward. I have no quarrel with that. They can come back. The issue, I should, just a second.
No, don't.
I should just mention one point because it may not dovetail with the timeline and the sequence which your lordship has indicated because we are trying to adhere to this. 14th of February, they are declaring the final list. 14th of February. Now with 10 days training, there's going to be no time to train these people. So the fait accompli which we are going to find is that on the 14th of February, there will be a final list. We won't know the exact points which your lordship said, whether it is 80% have been accepted or 90%, or there's been a wholesale rejection. There will be no question of pursuing an appellate remedy, because thereafter, as your lordship knows, that once there's a final electoral roll, there will be, and a notification follows, say, for the elections.
No,
That's
no.
the end of the day.
We visualized and we asked some, we made some arrangement in Bihar case. It's not that first time we are dealing with it.
Yes.
This kind of scenario situation had arisen in Bihar also, and we had introduced some.
So we don't want a mass exclusion, Manoj. I think that's the sentiment also this court's concerned. Now, Manoj, may I go to my second point? So, Manoj, as far as name and these other mismatches which your lordships have correct regarding number of progeny and the age, according to us, if so long as it's just a minor number which they eventually post-screening come up with for deletion, it's one thing. But if it's going to be a mass exclusion and a purge, then it's a complete, it's an exercise where, the computer is a bit of a tyrant, is my respectful submission. That on the basis of some program and on the basis of some bias, you exclude people. So, that is my first set of submissions.
Only speculative, Mr. Diwan.
Yes, but my apprehension is, all right, fair enough, I've made my point. Now let's go to my next point. So this is, as far as the micro observers are concerned, I want to make just 2 points. The first is just take up, if your lordships would, there is a rejoinder, just have a look at the rejoinder affidavit that I have filed. 2 documents I want to show you. Which one?
Let's take it on.
Yeah. Your lordship will just take up my rejoinder on 2 pages.
In Dola,
339, 340.
in Dola Sen.
Filed on 7th Feb.
I give copies here. Oh, your lord, so maybe I can be quicker. Your lordship has the note which I handed over last time. Your lordship has that note, correct? So it's the same document in the rejoinder. Please go directly, if your lordships would, to page 19. 19
of today's note.
No, yesterday, last time's note. We have now placed it on affidavit. as well.
Yes, yes.
Your lordship has page 19. Yeah, appendix 4.
19.
Is appendix 4.
Yes. Your lordship has.
Handbook.
Now, this is the Observer's Handbook published by the Election Commission of India. Your lordship will find that on page 20 as well. Now, please see the role of micro observers. This is very important. Now, this is their own manual which I'm pointing to. Please see page 21, if I may just place it. Micro observers. The employees of the central government PSUs are appointed as micro observers. The micro observers are expected to observe the polling process on the day of poll. They are assigned duty in the polling station. They shall be part of the polling team and shall be seated in the polling station. They are to be present in the polling station before the mock poll starts. They shall report about the poll day in a given format. Report of micro observers. Micro observers are to be trained by the observers 2 days before the poll with the help of the RO and posted in the polling stations which are critical. Therefore, an arrangement is required wherein micro observers are stationed at a central. So there, now, Manoj, this is their manual. Now, how if this is a micro observer on a polling day? I'm sorry.
This election, this manual.
Yes.
This observer's handbook.
Yes.
Pertaining to the conducting the election for SIR.
Yes, but that's the point. There's no other role for a micro observer, my lord. There's no statutory basis. Now see.
Once the micro observers are appointed in an SIR process.
Yeah.
Mr. Diwan, that we will have to give this responsibility or this power to the ERO.
Yes, yes, absolutely. No problem. The ERO can certainly exercise this power, but not a micro observer. Now, why they apprehend?
Micro observer, you are right. Micro observer cannot take a decision.
You're right. I'm obliged. Now, my lord, just take up my IA 26838. Just take up IA 26383.
Those
Just a
who
minute.
take decisions
Yes,
who
IA
have been
268.
crying foul, saying that, and please give us competent officers.
Just a second, but just
EROs
go to
and
page
AEROs,
106.
They have never provided. On a non-issue, they would like to make the whole attention. Ultimately, the orders are passed by EROs. And we wanted competent officers. Even in this
Now,
list,
look at- your
even in
lordship
this
has-
list of 8,300 millets, I don't think there is any SDM or SDO. Who
My lord, your lordships may
please
just go to
kindly
page
direct them.
106.
Please kindly direct them to provide these officers who ultimately pass the order.
Will you get
I'm
8,000
just
SDM?
completing my micro observer. I've
From-
just completed
from
my
the-
point in answer to the chief
From the
justice's
government,
observation.
from the government rank and file only we want.
Yes, please
Not
just
from
go to page
outside.
106.
And they don't provide that one.
Will just see page 106.
Yes.
And we'll give the statutory base also, millets, for micro observers.
You'll have to make 8,000 districts in Bengal if you want 8,000 SDMs.
Your lordship has, my lord's page 106. It's a screenshot
Yes, yes.
of 26838, your IA 26.
Well,
This is Anjaya has-
left and
Now just go to the last, to go to the bottom screenshot, my lords. ECI net login for micro observers. Elector present for hearing, yes, no, and action. I agree with
Comes-
your
There
lord.
is
Sorry.
wrong document has been given here.
Who's the rejoinder?
Petition, rejoinder.
Dola Sen rejoinder.
Can you
No, no.
explain why point out what is the document?
Oh, sorry, I.
I get 26.
The screenshot gives, I mean, it suggests that the observer has been given authority here to agree with the decision of the ERO. Just please see this. How can you have a application like this?
Millets,
Just
that's been
look at this.
changed, that's been informed. They're just flagging on that one. That was long back changed. Now they have got to
This is
only click
gross.
one button. We have provided that one too. An argument of prejudice
Yes.
without any substance.
Yeah, this is their own application over here.
We have changed it.
Changed it.
So if, so let us see, I think, anyway, we can, sure.
Show me that.
Yes, please see the last screenshot. It's on page 106. And at the foot, there's a heading, ECI net login for micro observers, elector present for the hearing, yes, no, action. I agree with the observation of the ERO or AERO. And I do not agree with the observation of the electoral, yes, of the electoral officer
No.
or the additional ERO.
And the ERO is a.
That, you see, Mr. Diwan, is something like some lawyer arguing that, all right, I endorse the view of the.
No, but when this is,
Millets,
Millets, when this
To cut
is given,
Millets, to cut
when
short
this
the
is
whole
given
controversy.
across
To cut short the whole controversy, Millets, kindly have a look at page 76.
That is the reason lakhs of cases have
Kindly have a
been
look at page 76, Millets.
kept pending lakhs of cases.
Millets, would my lords have a look at page 76 of my note?
Millets, let me
That
just
will answer.
complete now, Millets, I'll just complete.
Page
So, Millets,
76 of my note. Let me counter that. That's completely a false statement. Kindly have a look at page 76, Millets, of my note.
What is the note?
Kindly 76.
Yeah.
Page 76 of my note, Millets.
But why are we going to and fro like?
This is the role the micro observer plays, and we have given it. Kindly see, Millets. He has to click either of them. Does it amount to any way he's vetoing or taking a decision? Just have a look at it, Millets. 76.
Submit document needs to be reviewed.
Submitted documents need to be reviewed, go to the next elector.
Because he should
He
go
could
3 days.
press either, but it doesn't bind the ERO. He has to take his own call. That's why we insisted that let there be a competent officer as an ERO.
But this is creating an extra election authority, Millets.
When I have
Some
got
PS
plenary
So
power,
anyway, I have
I
now
need to
completed
have
my
the
point.
staff
I
has
now
a
go to my
desire.
next point.
Millets.
Millets, I go to my next point. Now, please just take up my rejoinder and just go to page 308, please. 308 of my rejoinder. It's a thick one, which we have placed. Now, this is a separate point. Your Lordships, I think, were looking at it.
Where is that rejoinder? Was it given earlier? Yes, rejoinder.
Yes,
Starts at 307.
yes.
Starts at 307.
The document itself, my lords,
Starts at 307.
begins at 307. This is Bhatia.
That earlier.
Now, this is dated 22nd January.
No, this is with the 7th February.
Yes, that's the one. Correct. If your Lordship is pleased to go to page 307.
307.
Your Lordship has it?
Next, Y.
Annexure Y. Right? Now, this is what they published or issued on the 22nd of January after your 19th January order. Your Lordship may just note that. Now, please go to page 310. 310. They have a list there of acceptable identity documents for self, father, and mother. Your Lordship has that at page 310. So this is the list which they publish. Now, please go, if your Lordships would, please go to page 312. Now, see the directions they're saying. Common observations as to why cases are doubtful and liable to be rejected. Your Lordship has that caption. So these are general instructions being issued. Observation. Only Aadhaar and so-called family register SECC enumeration data submitted to be rejected and decided thereupon. So the default position in their instructions is that even if you have a family register and Aadhaar, you have these two items, still the general direction is to be rejected. Now look at the next one. Aadhaar and admit card. Now your Lordships had mentioned about the admit card specifically in your 19th January order. Aadhaar and admit card submitted. No other document which proves linkage to either parent's date of birth, place of birth, if born in between 1st July 87 and 2nd December 2004 or thereafter, doubtful and to be rejected. General instructions. Look at the next page, 313. Birth certificate, admit card, caste certificate, or self-submitted by born after 1st July 1987. No other document which proves linkage to either parent or place of birth, doubtful and to be rejected. And look at 6. Birth certificate, SIR extract of either parent, but name doesn't match of either parent. name mismatch, no other document to be rejected, and ERO, AERO, BLO be under scrutiny. So wholesale, even if a person has two documents, leave alone one, their list, as your lordship sees at page 310, is one document. One document. They are wholesale issuing general instructions, my lord. So you're going, the idea is not to include, the idea appears to be to mass exclude.
Mr. Diwan.
I'll answer all these things, my lords. I'll answer, my lords.
Yeah.
We are not done yet, my lords.
Yes, yes.
I also want
Yes,
to make
complete it.
submission. This
Let it
interruption
be
goes on.
completed.
Some people maintain discipline, the others go on interrupting.
You know.
My lords, this preaching should stop
Yes.
from my friend.
Now, my lords, I'll just
Then don't interrupt.
Now, this was circulated, I'll
We are nowhere done.
This was
And everybody
circulated,
knows that.
this was circulated under a WhatsApp message, this entire PowerPoint at page 326 on 23rd January 2026, after your lordship's order of 17th January. And the reason I mention this is that in their reply affidavit, they make an evasive denial saying you haven't produced any document in support of your claim. So we had to annex this particular document. Now, my lords, your lordships may just pick up my note, my lords, the note which we had submitted on the 4th of February. Just take that note for a moment. Which one, which way? And please go directly to page 22.
Last word.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
word.
Now, this is suggestive of the extra legal role being given to these micro observers. Look at page 22 from their dashboard. Your lordship has appendix 5 written on top. Well, just my previous note, which your lordship was following.
Page 22.
22, appendix 5.
Appendix 4.
Your lordship has it? It's a
Yes,
table.
yes.
It looks like this.
There are so many documents.
But I had handed in a note on the last occasion and then we replaced it.
Yes, you can refer to that.
Your lordships on page 22 have appendix 5.
Yes.
Yes. Now please see their dashboard. Notice delivered by BLO, yes. ERO, AERO action found okay. Role observers observation pending for observation, and micro observers observation pending for observation. So our serious apprehension is that even after the ERO and AERO has found it to be okay, you are giving the trump virtually to the last say, to the micro observer. So this doesn't seem to be a fair manner of proceeding.
See, the ERO and AER also,
Have found okay.
that means they are expected to wait for the observations of these two subordinate
That's it.
officials and then take a call.
That's it.
But where's the question of
pass it
taking, the
on.
question I say is, where's the question of taking a call? Where?
Taking a call in the sense that you have two opinions, assuming.
Yeah.
One says that these documents are genuine. The other says the document, no, this cannot be relied upon.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
ERO is the final authority to take a decision.
Yes, absolutely. So, my lords, please, my lords, a direction to that effect that the ERO is the final decision to take a call on this.
My lords,
And
no,
my lords,
nobody has
that will
questioned.
give
Never has it
a
been in
public confidence in
controversy.
the process, my lord.
It's ERO who is the final authority. And ultimately, he takes a decision.
Controversy about that.
It's a non-issue, my lords. Ultimately, he takes the decision. That's why we have written 5 letters. Please give us competent officers
That is
with
under
experience. They never provide. They themselves say that we have given Group C officers. Now they said this is the duty.
If
Yes.
all of you agree, we will pass a short order, short but little explain.
I have one submission, just one.
I have one submission, my lord. Kindly.
I,
My lord, I have one
I
submission.
waited for Mr. Devan to
My lord, I have
finish.
one submission.
Just,
I didn't realize.
just 1 minute.
My lord, I have
My
one
submission is only this. In the spirit of what fell from your lordships, that these 8,000 names are being given, they will carry out the exercise, etc. In the spirit of that, since 14th February is coming as a deadline, that final list cannot be published. In my view, if the final list is published, then the entire thing is a fait accompli with the exclusions. So as far as the
lord, I have
1.36
some-
crore have been excluded, they will remain excluded and we won't have anything to say at that.
My lord, I have one submission. Just kindly allow me.
Lord, can I make a?
Point is this, my lord. This point is this, I am not restating their points. The point is this, my lord. Bundle of objections are being filed by some individual without disclosing their names, identity. Fair enough. But at the time of hearing, the objectors must remain present at the time of hearing. Otherwise, how do I know
We are
whether?
going to regulate their internal functioning, so.
No,
my
internal,
question-
no,
let's-
my lord,
Law says,
We are
check,
kindly
yeah.
see the-
to all of you in a 32.
my lord, kindly see the rules, kindly see the rules. My lord, can I read? the
Lord, can
rules?
I make a?
Item number 42, I raised.
Lord, I-
provision.
Lord, I am in a different writ petition, my lord, where I have a contrary point of view.
In item number 42, I raised a little issue, my lord, regarding Aadhaar card, my lord. I know that your lordship
My
judgment
lord,
is reserved.
kindly, my lord, just I read.
I
it.
know your lordship judgment is
Just
reserved
I
in
read
item
the rules.
42.
Just I read the rule 20 of the, my lord, the registration of elected rules 1960. The register officer shall hold a summary inquiry into every claim or objection in respect of which notice has been given under Rule 19 and shall record his decision thereon. 2, at the hearing, the claimant or as the case may be the objector and the person objected to any other person, when the opinion of the register officer is likely to be assistant to him, shall be entitled to appear. Therefore, an objector who is filing 1,000 objections without disclosing his names,
You are-
like an anonymous complaint.
I'll straight
I
away
must
answer.
know